Well, I might as well ask you while I'm here
Okay.
and you're here. So I have, as a gnome, as a forest gnome, speak with small beast.
Hmm?
So if I can find any small animals, I can communicate simple ideas through sounds and gestures.
Yes, you can.
Would I be able to ask anything about the settlement at all? Or is that too complex?
Maybe. You'll have to role play it out. So we'll see.
I'll mime it out.
We can do that right now. So you find a small... you find a badger nearby. It's digging at dirt, trying to find insects. It's a little smaller than you, but not by much.
So I'm gonna befriend it a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be like, how many people? And I point to like my comrades.
It kind of just goes up to you, sniffs you. It says, comrade? It's like questioning you.
Yeah. So I'm like, how many? And I point to the people around me, and then I point to the direction south of where we are.
You don't. It looks confused. It doesn't seem to notice what numbers are.
Okay.
But it gets what you're trying to do or ask it, and it goes up and scratches its head.
I'm just gonna then I'm gonna continue to just befriend it. I'm gonna be like, that's okay, whatever. Give it a little bit of food. And...
Everyone else sees this go on. You see Dannerby go. It's dig at the ground a little bit. Eat a bug, trying to communicate with it. You've never seen this behavior before from Dannerby, but it doesn't quite know what you. It goes to a tree, and essentially tells you 10 in 10, not really 10, but you get it that it means about 10 people. And it points to a tree, and then points to the ground. And you're thinking 10 people chopping down trees?
Okay. So I let everyone else know.
And then it goes off.
That's what the badger thinks. Yeah.
It fits the narrative.
Okay.
I mean, 10 I feel like you guys can take.
They're laborers. We could take 20.
Like 20 seems odd.
I mean, they're laborers. I'm not looking to kill them.
Let's do some non-lethal damage. Take them, beat them up, rough them up, let them know we mean business, and apologize later.
All right, so
you know what? And I'm not. I don't even have that much of a problem of them coming into the forest. Some of them running back, right? Some of them run back and say we got attacked in the forest. Let's fight them on our ground, right? Why don't you give me a day to prep the land? Let me see if I can't make up some stuff, some lines, some.
So I'm confused. Earlier you were saying you're going to camp here until nightfall. Now you're going to set up traps?
We're in no rush, I guess, is the key here. I don't think we've got anything imperative. We haven't been discovered or anything like that, as far as we're aware, at least. I'd prefer to fight all of these guys on our terms, as opposed to, just running into their encampment. I'd prefer them to send out 5-10 guys who never come back. In terms of the military, I would separate the military men from the laborers.
Okay, so make survival check to set up some traps. What traps are you trying to set up? Like tree traps or
Yeah,
snares?
so, snares, anything that obviously I'm not going to have the time in even a day to set up like hits or anything like that. But
you
I'm
went
just
back to
talking
sleep.
snares.
You went back to sleep at the outpost, so you're fine. You have advantage, favorite terrain. You make
So-
you set up 3 snares. Placement all together, or kind of like one in each direction of the camp.
Okay.
But well, which direction do you want? Like, do you want them all together? Or do you want them like in each corner of the camp?
Is there a trail that the laborers have commonly used?
1 second, you're not there. I mean, you guys are a couple miles away.
We're deep enough that I wouldn't expect a trail. I'd look more for fallback points than actual surrounding directions. I'd look for, we can go here and we'd fall back to a point
And then the snares would.
and snag somebody.
Okay,
Right.
I got you. So you let
As
the party know.
opposed to. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
The idea necessarily is not. We would fall back to the traps as opposed to the traps being.
I get it. I'm just trying to push the group forward.
Yep.
So, Atlas, you're looking around. It's untamed forest. You heard wood chop forest cutting. It seems like they're just going along the edge of the forest, and as they chop, they keep proceeding. They're not going into the forest. At least large groups aren't. So Dannerby Dannerby and Alexander.
Okay.
You guys go back to sleep and set up camp. I don't know. You're very tired at this point.
Yeah, is that enough to get rid of that exhaustion level, or is that still there?
You by the time nighttime comes, you can get a full rest.
All right.
All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
All right.
Once my
All right.
Again, I'll take the last thing.
No, it's fine. You don't need to. The other two are staying up.
Okay, cool.
So you guys go to sleep. Atlas, what are you doing? It's still
I'm-
daytime.
I'm going to take a better look. Stealth 32.
That's very nice. You go in there, you find some dirt, you're rubbing it over your face. You go into the top of the trees, leaping tree to tree. It's very easy to do in this close, dense forest. You don't hardly have to make an acrobatics roll when you're doing this unpressed. You have all the time in the world, essentially. You're just kind of going, and you see a couple people in common clothes. They look dirty. You got some plaid flannels going on, overalls, and some hefty axes chopping down trees. Couple of them are sawing them up, and there's a couple draft horses with a large cart.
Okay. Are any of them off by themselves?
Let me check. Yes.
All right.
There's a group of 2 that are about 50 feet away from the other 8.
Okay. I'll use a ball bearing, and I'll throw a ball bearing away. For the group of 2, I'm targeting one, trying to get one to go check it out, basically.
Okay, so you're throwing it away in like a fern area or something. You chuck a ball bearing.
Trying to get one to follow it, and I'll stalk the ball bearing kind of a thing, trying to be able to pounce on one of the guys if I can.
They don't even notice it.
Unfortunate.
I just I'm GM rolling, by the way.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah. Because I don't really feel like I don't want to kill the guy. I don't want to kill one dude. I can knock him out. 2 guys, I can't. So they're all human though. They're all human, and they all.
No. There's a dragonborn. Not in the couple of people that you're watching right now. They're both human. But in the other group, there is a half elf, a couple elves, and dragonborn, and then the rest were human.
All right. What would Atlas do? I think he persists in trying to get
All right.
one to pull off from the rest of the group. So, I have a.
All right.
I have
So
a,
you
a
spend.
flute too.
You just take a couple minutes. You spend 5 ball bearings.
Okay.
And the 5th one hits the tree trunk just right next to a knothole, and you hear pook, and they hear it too. And one of them's like, "Hey, I'll go check that out." The other guy, it's probably just another fairy dragon fucking with us, man. Don't you know that? Like, I don't care. I have to go check it out. It could be someone or something. And he goes off. He gets 20 feet away from the other guy. 30 feet. 40 feet. 50 feet.
And
60 feet.
I'm gonna grab him.
The guy that's going away.
Yeah, the guy that's.
You follow him.
Actually, the guy that was left behind. Actually, I'm gonna grab the guy that's
Right.
left behind.
You
not
keep
the one
an
that
eye
left.
on the guy that's going in the forest. Make another stealth check as you climb down the tree. Okay. You climb down the tree. Some bark falls off, but he's doesn't seem to notice. You land on the ground behind him. What do you want to do?
Assassinate, but non-lethal.
Non-lethal. That's fine.
Non-lethal, but with the assassinate perks.
I get you. You're
Cool.
you're not-
Kevin's eyes were like, "Fel will never forgive you."
All right, make an attack with disadvantage. All right, 17. You only need one
Okay.
because it's a critical hit essentially.
Knock him out.
And you knock him out, and he goes, falls down.
All right, and I'm gonna pick him up and quickly bring him back to the group.
All right, you keep an eye out. You quickly bring him back to the group. It takes about 10 minutes.
All right,
guy
I'm gonna
starts-
gag him. I'm gonna gag him real quick while
All right.
while I bring him
Yeah.
back.
The last minute, as you bring him back to the camp, his eyes shoot open, and he's trying to get out. Make an athletics check.
30.
Athletics, not acrobatics.
Oh, athletics.
Oh.
13.
All right.
It's still okay.
Nat 20. He breaks free from you.
All right, I'm gonna hit him again if he's running out of my space.
With your
16.
katana, like
Non-lethal. You know what I
non-lethal.
mean?
It hits.
All right.
And he goes back down.
All right. I'm gonna pick him back up. Bring him back.
All right. So, Fel, the other John, Alexander, and Dennerby are asleep right now, and you notice, you just get done making your traps. You notice that Atlas has gone somewhere, and you notice Atlas is bringing someone back to the camp tied up.
I brought the information to us, gentlemen. And I go ahead and sit him down, and I start talking to him, and I tell him, I wake him up slowly, whatever,
What? What's going on?
and
And
I
Dennerby, Alexander, it actually wakes you up. And
All right.
yeah.
persuasion is 22, and I say to him, if I wanted you dead, you would be dead. I really just am looking to talk with you, and being next to your friends is really not doing it for me. The reason I brought you here is because I'd like to talk a little bit about the camp that you're working out of and who you're working for. And these are my friends, and I promise you that no harm will come to you if you're helpful with us, and you can give us the information we're looking for. And Atlas is being as nice as he possibly can. You can see that the guy is not hurt. He's uncomfortable.
He's hurt.
He's hurt, but he's not killed or anything like that. Atlas just brought him back for a conversation, and I look to everybody else and I say, "Are you guys okay with having a chat with him?"
I'm gonna approach, and I'm gonna put my hand on Atlas's shoulder, and I'm gonna remind him that I can aid him in telling the truth.
Put your hand on Atlas's shoulder.
You try to.
Kind of tap him.
And I look to Danderby and I say as politely as I can, I say, all I'm interested in is the truth. I mean, I didn't want to hurt him. He unfortunately fought. Otherwise, it would have been just one single blow. But
I can.
He's trying to
aid
talk to
I
you,
can aid
but
you in-
he's gagged.
okay, but I'm talking with them to make them feel comfortable with the situation first, and then we'll ungag him. Also, we're far enough away that him screaming, right? Like, that's the first thing I would think of is he's going to scream for his friends. We're far enough away that we're okay. Because if
Most
not,
likely.
okay, but then I would just kind of put my hand over his mouth and say, if you scream, you're going to get hit again. I don't want to do it. I really don't. I just want to talk with you. That's it. You're alive because I just want to talk with you. And I look over. I want Fel and I want Alexander to also be okay with this.
The dude has seen all 4 of us now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has.
Alright, yeah, I'll nod.
And Fel's the only one left, and I'm ready to take the gag off. But
I'm fine with it right now.
all right. Well, then I look to him and I say, all right, I'm serious. If we wanted you dead, you would be dead. But I just want to talk, okay? And I need you to not scream. I really, really, really need you to not scream, okay? Because if you scream, I don't think I can take that, okay? And I go ahead and take the gag off. But my hand quick to cup if I have to.
He goes,
All right. So what's your name?
my name's Yorkin.
Yorkin. It's a pleasure to meet you, Yorkin. It truly is. I can tell you made that fort upriver, right? A little east of here?
Please don't kill me.
But you made the fort a little east of here, right? Fantastic craftsmanship, Yorkin. Fantastic craftsmanship.
Yorkin, you tell us what we want to hear. You tell us the truth. You don't lie to us. You're not going to walk out dead. You're going to get through this night.
Sir.
You're going to survive.
Okay, sir. I believe you.
We just want to know a little bit about who you're working for. I mean, that fort, it was a very nice craftsmanship. Why did you guys come downriver?
The fort to the east. Yes. I actually didn't have a part in doing that. We only got here about a month and a half or so ago.
Okay.
With a platoon of men, we came up. There were some of the unseen. Unfortunately, is what they call themselves. I'm not smart, but I'm not stupid, if you know what I mean.
So you came in
I feel you,
support.
friend.
You came in support of the unseen, or you fled because of them?
I think we are relieving them or aiding them in some way. I don't know. This is only what I think is happening. Please don't kill me for not knowing what's going on.
Don't
Listen,
worry.
friend,
Calm down.
you got a cleric of hell.
He looks to you, Alexander. I'm trying to be calm, sir. As you look more noble than everyone else here, and he just kind of, please, sir, don't let them kill me.
I'll just kind of bend down, just get on eye level with him, and just say, now just take a deep breath. Everything will be fine. And, yeah, how's he looking?
He looks shaken and bruised.
All right. I'll give him a...
Sorry.
I'm doing just that. I'm going to slip Alexander the wineskin behind the back. It's dark, and just with a off him a bit.
Yorkin.
Alexander, do you offer him some of the wineskin that Phil gave you?
Sure, yeah, I'll do it.
He goes, is it poison? I can't, please, sir.
No, it's not. Don't worry.
He looks at you.
You know what?
You just go as you...
Yorkin, I'll take a drink first, and offer you.
Okay.
I ain't wanting any harm for you. Just to calm the nerves, just to help you out.
And his hands are shaking so profusely. He's getting wine all over him, but he does get some down. Here you go, sir. And he hands it back to Alexander. What do you want to know?
Yorkin.
Where are you from?
I'm from Devon, sir.
All right.
Are you here on behalf of House Saris?
We're not supposed to say.
Come on. You're among friends, if anything.
Well, technically, it's the Council of Five that we're here for. I believe, at least that's what my paycheck says. I think the men are House Ceres.
You're not a slave.
No, I'm getting paid, sir. I get paid a gold piece a day that I'm out here.
Man,
pretty
that's I can understand why you're here.
Please,
The
sir,
men
I
that
have a
you're here
little
with-
daughter at home, no wife. I have my grandma is looking
Jorgen?
over her.
Jorgen, I would love for you to walk out of this just fine. In fact, I have great plans for you. Great plans. I think I need a little bit more information. The platoon of men, whose house do they wear? What sigil?
Like I said, sir, everything is odd here, all not hunky dory, if you know what I mean. It's very wishy-washy, washy-wishy, all that.
No house is representing this event.
Not
It's
officially.
undercover.
I think
Right.
I mean, like I said, I'm not smart, but I'm not stupid, if you know what I mean.
Who's leading the operation?
That would the platoon is Lieutenant Morrow, but the overall is Harald.
So this is all very shady business that you're getting paid a gold piece more or less to work out here, but not talk to folk like us, right?
Yes. Essentially, he's only saying this because he thinks you persuaded him really well, Atlas. And he generally thinks that you guys will not kill him. And he is giving you the truth right now.
I don't have to kill him. I don't want to kill him.
Yeah, I'm just saying this for the better.
I don't think Fel would ever forgive me.
Wasn't clear.
If it wasn't clear. All right, so he's like, but yes, Harald is the overall leader. He was here before we got here.
What do they want here? Do you know?
Oh, it's just rumor and hearsay, sir.
I want to hear the campfire stories. I want to hear everything.
We're not allowed in the barracks, so we sleep on the ground. But I did overhear something. As he looks,
You
make a
more wine?
persuasion. Make a persuasion roll, with advantage as you offer wine. Nice, natural 20. That's good. Unfortunately, natural 20s on skill checks aren't all that meaningful. But
Right.
he goes, drink some. Oh, I shouldn't be telling you this. Okay.
What?
There's rumors that there's a powerful artifact in this area of the land. Officially, unofficially, whatever you want to call it, I think that's what they're looking for, but somehow I'm guessing it's you guys that have pissed them off quite much, I'm afraid. And, oh, sir,
We're just passing through. Don't mind us.
Thorn in the lion's paw, as it were. That artifact, as you're talking, you're not talking an artifact of helm, are you?
No. Again, this is hearsay. I think
Right. I want to hear the rumors.
the rumor is,
Rumors can be wrong, and it's not going to be a fault against you, friend.
okay. It's some said it makes land free from itself. I've heard others say bountiful harvest of fruit and weird funguses are provided all year round when the gem is in its presence. I've heard it can be used to create massive chasms or raise land or lower it. I've heard it infuses the user with some sort of true sight. Any of them could be true or false, I know not.
Dannerby, none of that makes sense to you?
Dannerby, no. Yeah.
No, that's not my thing.
He goes
I'm
on.
looking out for you.
Yeah, he goes,
Thank you.
it's apparently some story from old story. They think it's real. The story is actually real. It is based in facts. And someone, I don't know who, has narrowed it down to this area, and, well, we've been here. I've only been here for a couple months, like I said, but the other people, the ones that are really searching, they have camps all around here, and
Oh.
they are narrowing down, I think. They're not too far away, I think, from finding it.
I believe it's in this area, the west side of this, between on the east side of this lake that's to the west of us.
They've scoured this northern area. The unseen have, he says quietly, as if looking for boogeyman as he says it.
I want to ask him how many fighting men they have and how many.
Oh, overall in this land?
Just in your home.
Oh man, I think in the outpost at any given time there is there's people, there's humanoids, they don't have to be people, right? Like humans, they about 32 people, including us, in the camp at night. Some are the.
I just want to know. I just want to know how many of them are fighters. How many of them, like how many are fighters and how many are laborers?
Oh well, there's a patrol of 8 guardsmen from essentially a squad from one of the platoons. From the platoon, other squads are scattered throughout with the other camps throughout the land. There's 8 unseen, as he looks around again very superstitiously. There's Herald. I think
Alex will interrupt and say, the unseen are camping with you.
only some of them.
Brothers, it just got a little trickier. But please, tell me about Harold.
Oh, he is the leader of this pact of unseen. He is a half dragon. A silver half dragon, actually. I think it's very odd. Sometimes he has different scales. I think he has a way of changing his scales. I don't know if it's to hide his true self or what. Some say he's actually a gold half dragon, but who knows? That's just rumor. Looks around.
I mean, master of disguise.
We should bug out and nuke it from orbit.
He drinks some more wine. Oh, this is very good wine.
Lieutenant Marrow, please tell me about him.
He is the overall leader of the platoon. His headquarters is here, and he has sent 2 other squads at 2 other camps somewhere. And one squad is here.
You'd say, hypothetically, Yorkin, obviously we mean no ill will to you, but at any one time, there's 3 squads. One squad is manning the base, and the other 2 are out adventuring, right?
Exploring.
Yes. That's just the platoon-wise, sir.
You guys have any secret codes? Anything that you've noticed? Any type of flag changes, smoke signals, anything like that to indicate that everything is safe?
I personally have not, sir. I'm so sorry. Drink some more wine. Oh, he takes. Never mind. You take it back from him. He's about to, and you just snatch it from him.
Well, it was after his last drink was when before, like, I'm not snatched from a drink just to, I've only got so much wine here.
Okay.
All right, Yorkin. An additional question, right, is that are you here for money or for pride in your people? I mean, truly, what motivates you? What motivates you and the men you're out here with?
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Noise!
Truly, sir, I'm here for the money. I could give a rat's ass about most of these people.
I mean, and have you seen this gold piece a day? They're truly paying you that, or that's what they promised you?
They're shipping it to my grandma.
Yorkin, my friend, I'm quite sure you're being taken advantage of.
No, I have a contract right here.
I
have my
contracts.
contract.
I mean, your craftsmanship is fantastic. I've seen your work. The thing is, I can imagine they're not paying you one gold piece. I feel like they shipped you and your friends here to build until you die. But what I can say is that we would hate to see that happen to you. Collectively, we really would. We have a true respect for your craftsmanship, and I think among my friends here, we agree. We really don't want to see any of you die. And I mean, York.
I would like that very much. So.
I don't know about them, but I mean, obviously we're out here. We're building, we're expanding, and I mean, we're always interested in more laborers. The problem is we've met at an interesting time, and trust doesn't come easy, especially when a ninja sneaks down, and takes care of you.
As he kind of like back and as you say these words, he seems to expect something as you say that. And Danby, you.
I'm gonna show him my my pendant that is a symbol of my religion, and I'm gonna say, "Do you know what this means?"
Who is that? Cord? Helm? Who is that?
Helm, my friend.
Helm. Yes. I've seen. I don't worship him myself, but.
And I'm gonna tell him. Helm offers you his protection. And those
That's very kind of him.
And those of anyone who you wish to bring with you.
Oh.
But not if you stay with them.
I do have one friend in the camp. I was with him when something was happening in the forest.
Was he the friend that you were working with? Was he your...
Yes.
Before I took you.
He's really worried right now.
Your friend is fine, if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, thank goodness.
We're more interested in the larger picture, beyond just you and your friends. I don't know. I guess what I would say is I'd be like, I think I need to discuss with my friends. You've been such a help, Yorkin, and I promise you safety. Anti-Helm provides you his protection, and
can I go back to the camp?
You know what, Yorkin? Possibly, but let me talk to my friends here real quick.
I've told you everything, sir.
Oh, okay. What else is there to?
You've been so kind to offer me your wine and not kill me. I don't expect that much from the usual bandit types. If you are bandits, I don't know. But I said there is 28 to 32 humanoids. There's a couple other things in there.
Okay.
What are you talking?
There's a cage of pseudo-dragons for messengers. They're essentially like small, like 1 to 2 feet dragons with little stingers. And the unseen. They enhance the pseudo-dragon's poison somehow. They take it from them, enhance it for their weapons. And there's also 4 ghastly-looking creatures. I think they're called death dogs. They have 2 heads. They're very scary.
Lovely.
I am worried for your safety. Yeah.
There ain't no death dogs in our places of staying.
In which case, I would like to maybe return to the outpost to, keep suspicions low. And, sir, if I may, maybe eventually come back out here and meet you.
Yorkin, just give me 5 minutes to discuss with everybody. Let's go ahead.
5 minutes, and he goes and
All right,
he stands up, but he doesn't run away. Alexander.
All right. Where are these other camps that you mentioned?
I personally don't know except for one.
Yes, where's that?
We got a map
Ghastly.
here.
He shows you on the map.
Oh, fuck. No, I don't do that. I absolutely don't do that.
Okay, you bring out the
sorry.
map and you put it back.
You know,
But he tells you.
absolutely do not do that.
He goes,
Yeah.
ghastly creatures. They're like giant ants. We, with the help of the unseen, wiped them out completely. I didn't, but they did, and we took over
we have
their.
Tam's map. Tam's map is unmarked,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'll give him Tam's map. Sorry, I don't want to give him.
And he
our
points
map.
out. He goes, "Oh, well, it's right there." And I just revealed a little section for you. There was a they called him the Thrycreen or whatever. Whatever the fuck that is. But sir, they wiped them all out. And they took over that camp. And that actually, you've been so kind. And with the successive persuasion checks that you guys have had, he tells you something special.
Hey, now.
I just heard it the other night that they think they may have found the artifact. There is a strange fungus and just crazy plant growth around this ancient ruin in the forest not too far away from the Thrycreen village. I just heard that not but a day ago.
York, and you show us where that is. You show us a direction of where that is, and
all he knows is sorry to interrupt. That it's somewhere north of the Thrycreen outpost. In the same hex.
how much your friend know? I'm willing to wait a day if you can get better information for us. If you can get anything for us, I'm promising you a nobility of these lands.
These lands, there's nothing here, sir.
Nothing yet, but you're a man who's got a family to take care of and who can look to the future and who's not afraid to get his hands a little dirty. And these lands are going to grow, and I promise you that. These lands are going to build.
Make persuasion.
I ain't much for talking pretty.
Fine. All right. You want me to go get information for you and come back here tomorrow?
Beyond anything else, I want you safe. I don't want you asking, where's the artifact at? And pulling attention to yourself. I want you listening. I want you to ask innocent questions. I want you to ask questions that make sense for a person in your position to ask. And we'll wait here for a day. You're going to come back to us tomorrow. And if you got information that pans out, I personally promise you some good living after the setup. Now you understand we ain't got much, but at least goodness for your grandma.
All right, Dannerby?
I add in, and if you bring any of the soldiers with you, may Kellenvor take you.
Sir, I would never in my life.
Nah, Yorkin's a good man. Yorkin,
bring your friends.
I can see it on him. And
He
bring
was
your
shaking.
friend.
He was shaking until the last couple minutes. He's actually relaxed a little bit. You're very persuasive. Your title, your promise of nobility, perhaps. Because he kind of looks up and goes, Moradin, please let this be true.
Moradin.
this hammer guides you, friend.
Oh, you're a follower of Moradin.
I know of them. I know of them all. I'm a
Many
traveler,
do.
friend.
Many do. For anyone who doesn't know, he's the god of knowledge. and his symbol is the hammer and anvil.
Thought I knew. All right, good. I was thinking that Moradin was the hammer, but I don't
Yeah.
remember where I pulled that from.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I didn't remember
you
that
guys
one.
go
That was good.
at this moment. You guys go 30 feet away and talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So
Go back.
Can he find his way back? You had him like knocked out.
I'll help him.
All right.
That's fine.
I'm going to go to the bathroom while you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Good enough.
I'll help him. That's fine.
I mean, truth be told, nobility is a great thing we can promise right now. Because fuck it. I mean, he knows he's got to work in these lands. He ain't getting them for free. No, I'm all
He
for
already
it.
has been supplied empty promises and is freely working for empty promises. So more empty promises are fine by me.
And it ain't totally empty. It's just it's going to be one of the hard-ass working nobles that you'd ever seen. I mean,
I get where you're coming from. I truly am not too worried about it. I do, if we can save the 10 laborers that are already here. By the way, I saw 10 in the forest, so he's one of them. So if we could save the other 9, that'd be fantastic, and that's a great force for helping us. And they're all being paid.
The whole problem is just that there's 10 laborers, and then there's a bunch of soldiers, and there's a bunch of other things that
there's a bunch of. The problem is taking the fort, right? It sounds like there's 2 traveling groups of 8 guards. So really, what we need to do is we need to take the fort, ransack it, and wait for them to return, and then take them as well. That's how it has to happen. To be able to take everybody, right? I agree. It's going to be very difficult to take them. I think that Fell's idea of pulling them out into the woods is good. And then truly what's going to happen is those laborers will not be forced to fight. They'll be hunkered down and protected, and the fighters will come out. And so I think in some ways it will save the people we're trying to save. And then we're the ones that liberated them and freed them. And I'm sure we can talk them into that. So
at a game in game, theoretically ranger background and what I've chosen, everything can't get lost and all that. We don't need to use these traps now, right? I would love to know where this artifact is at. I'd love to take what's ours on our land.
I mean,
and if we got to fall back to this at a future point, it ain't going to disappear, and I can tell you right where it is. I know the trees and I know the smells.
So you're
Probably
saying
if they get to it first and take it off the land before we can get to them, because they've already found it. They think.
They're close to it. From what he said and from what I gathered, they haven't found it yet, but they're closing in, and they know roughly right where it is. That's where he's going to lead us. And
you think, although this guy currently knows nothing about the exact location. He knows, or essentially it's rumored, that they, as a group, as the overall entity among this land, have narrowed in a relative pinpoint location of where
they
it
know
may
the
be
hex
hosted.
to 3 hex area where it might be at a game in game.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, I mean that's what I gathered from it, that they don't know 100%, at least according to this guy. Maybe information changed, but at least according to him, they didn't know 100%. I'd love nothing more than to jump on them and show them a little bit of righteousness that is our lands. We do need to come up for a name for our lands, by the way, at some point. But
I mean, so you're saying that you'd rather leave this fort unoccupied and allow them freedom to operate, and we'll go investigate
absolutely.
They built the fort here for a reason, which means
they built the fort here
the operation.
So they could get that artifact. That's all they care about. If we get and here's the thing: House Saris isn't sponsoring this deal.
I mean,
they are, but they aren't. And I'm not the politic mind that you are, but the way that my mind reads it.
Entire Council of Deverin, right? The King of Eridine, right? The King of Eridine is actually the one that's leading this. The Council of Eridinia, sorry. That's what it is, and House Saris is simply an invested interest in that, the largest of the Council of 5.
this operation don't exist.
I know, but I mean it does though.
Right, but you're a man who understands politics. You gotta buy an army. You gotta send an army out into the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. For what reason?
I mean, I agree. It's just I don't know if I'm comfortable. I mean, we can always come back to the fort, right? And I trust Yorkin. I don't think that Yorkin's going to betray us. I don't think we need to meet with him tomorrow. We need to tell him just keep doing his thing, and that we're going to go investigate the artifact.
We got to meet with him so we know where to go. We don't know anywhere where this damn thing is.
We went through the forest of the Thrycreen village, right? We know the forest. It's to the south of us. It's the South River. It's
Yeah, you know that the Thrycreen village is somewhere around there.
The Pleiades.
You don't know exactly where it is until he showed you. The guy on the map said, "This is where they found the Thrycreen and wiped them out." And that little section is now revealed to you, as it's right there.
Let's wait. Give me a day, Atlas, and just let him come back to us. And it's gonna say a lot about him. If he don't come back to us, we know. And you know what? Better yet, Atlas, why don't you be the ambassador? Why don't the three of us leave? If he comes back with an army, you can run out and you can get away faster than any of us. You lead him back into the trap. You give a bird call or any whistle that whatever whistle we come up with.
I have a flute.
And we'll be ready for an army. If Yorkin betrays us, we're ready for a fight. If not, you give a different call and we come out and we talk.
Sounds fine to me.
So
we can
give
stay
me a
one
day
extra
on
day.
it.
How about we get Yorkin to bring his friend and then try and also send him. I mean, if he doesn't betray us, why don't we send him to the copper deposit?
I want to go with him there. I want to introduce him.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't want him showing up and saying that, oh yeah, we're the friends of these guys, because I'm knowing Briar's a smart guy and Briar ain't trusting it. Sorry.
All right, so guys, you get your overall points across, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hope so.
You step back to him. What do you say?
Get your friend, meet us here, right back in this exact spot.
Tomorrow night. You get to live, Yorkin. I told you. I told you you'd make it out of this just fine, and you still will.
And I mean, York, and the important part of it, your friend don't want to come with you or anything. You got to be here.
If my friend doesn't want to come, sir,
tell him you got an opportunity, and if you don't want to take it, he's your friend. I'm hoping he ain't for betraying you. And if you're even slightly worried about him betraying you, you don't talk to him now. We might get him later. I'm not saying we're out of it. I'm leaving it in your judgment.
Okay.
You look like a wise man.
In some ways, Yorkin, you could be saving his life.
Absolutely.
And when you leave the door unlocked.
No.
No?
I don't want. I'm not worried about the outpost right now. Atlas or Danner. I don't want any suspicion getting pulled onto you, Yorkin. I want to know where this artifact is.
I will try, sir. I will try my damnedest.
If you don't got it and you come to us tomorrow with nothing, no arrow in your head, nothing. You're free to go. You're good to go.
He puts out his hand. He shakes. You're a fine bunch, I think. Much better than those. I will try my best.
Atlas helps him up off the ground if he was on the ground. Wipes a little blood off the corner of his eyebrow And he just says, "Man, it looks like a tree branch got you." And I'm glad
Indeed.
you're doing fine.
Indeed, so. So, I will be going. As he stumbles off into the forest.
Where have you been, Yorkin?
Yorkin leaves. He goes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he's left.
I wanted to have a good cover story, but okay. As long, I feel like he'll come up with that. He seems like a clever guy.
All right, you guys spend the night here.
Let's not spend the night here, but back a ways.
Back a ways.
Let's go behind my traps.
All right, behind your traps. Same watch.
I'm gonna plant the arrow trap. Guys, don't leave the 30-foot radius. It's a bad idea to go out and take a leak.
All
It's a
right.
reflex save,
Do it in
right?
the camp.
All right. So the same watch. You go throughout the rest of the night. Everything's fine. If you had exhaustion levels, erase them.
Good deal.
And nothing bad happening to your mind, by the way. You're
All right, so we're definitely getting to mark here that this is certainly far enough away, which it's I don't know if it's like a certain radius from one point. At least that's what I'm thinking. I could be completely wrong. You guys could completely disagree, but that's just what I'm thinking. That where we are right now and this place here are certainly safe. Did we stop for a rest anywhere nearer to that?
No.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So since we've been away from the outpost, have I noticed any improvement to my health?
No.
Still just the same?
It's the same. You're thinking on it, you're meditating, you need a greater restoration spell.
Shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whatever
That's like-
whatever caused this, make a Arcana or Religion check.
That's like a level 5 spell.
Yeah, it's pretty up there. Make a Arcana or a Religion check real quick as you're thinking about things.
If we have to go to Devon to find you that,
Right.
Oh,
You
come
think,
on.
oh well, 17. Because it's always the first number, unless it's advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 17. You think it could possibly be something from the ethereal plane, or something that has the power to jump into the ethereal plane. But you're not quite sure what it is. That being said, you set up north traps during the day. Let's see here. Let's see here real quick. What type of trap do you want?
Same thing, snares and netages, and
All right, 3 more.
we got another layer to fall back
Yep.
to.
All right,
That's-
so night. It's not quite nighttime, but the crickets are starting to come out, and you've noticed in this forest, it's a lot warmer. You guys, the snow coverage isn't hardly at all. It's actually melted. You can just see a layer of dead leaves and vines in this forest. And as you sleep on the ground, it's actually kind of warm. Not noticeably so. I mean, not like, oh, it's all I ever need, but it's a lot warmer than it should be overall. And Yorkin comes back the night
Alone?
alone.
Uh,
I do have some information for you, but my friend, I am so sorry, sirs. I did not think I could trust him wholly with this information.
He's not dead. He's not going to be killed. That's all right. I'd rather you err on the side of caution than.
I do have to go back in about an hour. I can't leave with you, or else it might arouse a suspicion.
Where's the artifact?
I don't know exactly. However, I did work my way, traded a shift today with the courier instead of the woodworker. And I scribbled it down. Here. and he holds it up. It's in thieves' cant. I couldn't make sense of it, but it was an odd message. And he holds it up. Maybe one of you can.
Alice takes it.
Nothing.
All right. It essentially says.
But Atlas can read it.
You
1
guys
mile.
don't know what thieves can't.
No, that's why I can't read. I'm pissed off because I
just
can't
looks
read
weird.
it.
It just looks like hieroglyphs. Essentially, the symbol for mile, and it goes mile north outpost. Essentially,
Okay.
and you're thinking Thrycreen Village outpost, not the main outpost.
Yeah, that's what I would have suspected. I mean, we're almost a mile north where we are now. We would have seen a lot more activity.
Yeah. So I do I say it in front of Yorkin or not? I just say that Yorkin was right about the Thrycreen, and that I trust him even more now. I think that he's on our side, you know. But he needs to continue his day to day.
Please come. I do know that there was a unencoded message saying something about more men being allocated somewhere. I don't know where or where it's from.
They're going to continue to send platoons. That's the matter of fact, and that's kind of why I want to strike the fort that you're living at, Yorkin.
Oh shit! It's going. I meant to subtract that. Sorry.
What I can also say, Yorkin, is that look at this symbol. This symbol here, and I show a mile. Okay.
Yeah.
I say this one here. If we put that on a tree, and you're out working in your normal work area or whatever. If that's on a tree, it means that's the night that we're gonna show up. You find a place, you hunker down, and you keep to yourself. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes. And he goes, I must go now. Thank you. What was your name?
Phil.
Thank you, Phil, for the gold. It's mighty kind of you.
I have a feeling you're being cheated. I don't like that, and you've certainly supplied us with more than we can ask for. Keep yourself safe. Don't let anyone see you got the money. They see you got those gold pieces, you're gonna die. I promise you. Keep it safe. Keep it hidden. Keep it in a boot.
Yes. I must be get going. Thank you all so much. And he scurries through the forest back the way he came. All right. Another night passes. Do you guys want to travel tonight, or do you want to wait till the morning?
I mark the map now.
All right.
By the way, so everybody knows that that's the spot.
Yeah, that's the spot essentially.
We've done nothing today. You guys have just rested. You guys good to go through the night?
I will go through the
You
night.
could probably go through the night. You could make it there. You could almost make it there on foot. Throughout the rest of the night.
I said we go check it out. Camp nearby. It's getting warmer. No fire. Just kind of see what's up.